Planning, it's one of the activity that determines when, how and who is going to perform in an organization or in a specific job. If we want to achieve the predetermined goal, we have to go with a certain plans. Objectives is a main view, and objectives which concern about how to plan will be achieved. Namaste my dear students, Shubha Hebba here, Faculty of Commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. My dear students, a warm welcome to this session on the topic of planning. Yes, in the previous session, we have discussed about the management, meaning of management and evolutions of management, importance of management. Also, we have discussed the great thinkers of management. Is it? In this session, we are going to discuss about planning. One of the important functions of management, that is planning. This is the first and primary functions of management. Dear students, once again a warm welcome to the session. In this session, we are going to discuss about planning and importance of planning, what are the different process of planning and other important factors. Let us start the session with different content we are going to discuss in this session. What are the contents today we are going to discuss? First one, a small introduction to the topic, and second one, meaning and definitions. What is the real meaning of planning and what are the different definitions given by management thinkers? And next one, that what are the different process of planning and it is considered as different steps of plannings. And next one, purpose of planning in organization. Why we have to adopt the planning? What is the role of planning? What is the real purpose of planning in organizations? Those are all we are going to discuss. And next one, very important, benefits of planning. Yes, the planning considered as one of the important functions of management. Let us discuss this session. Introduction. Yes, the planning, one of the important and very frequented term in our daily life also. Yes, that without the planning, it is not possible to reach the goal. The planning is very essential for to lead the management or any administrative activities. That planning, it's one of the activity that determines when, how and who is going to perform in an organization or in a specific job. Yes, that is why the planning considered as one of the important function in management. Let us discuss what is planning. Yes, the planning is a basic management function that includes the formulation of one or more detailed plans to achieve the optimum balance of needs and determined with the available resources. And also we can consider it is chart out of future courses of action. Chalking out of future courses of action which has to be following. Without certain planning, we can't reach the goal. Plan about what? How to reach the goal and how to utilize the resources and determinations of policies, determinations of objectives, determinations of premises. This is considered as planning. Whatever it is just giving the framework to the work or framework or determinations of path to reach the goal. Without planning, it is not possible to reach the goal. If you have managed with a certain plan, it is possible to reach the goal. Though it is not possible to reach the goal, and you can go to near the goal also. That is why planning is very important to reach the goal or to lead the management itself. Yes, that what is the meaning of planning also we have discussed. It is nothing but chalking out of future courses of action which has to be followed. And next one, definitions. Yes, you have to write as it is. Just I have given the two definitions here. One of the famous management thinkers. Yes, according to Kunz and O'Donnell, yes, planning is deciding in advance what to do and how to do and who is going to do. and the planning bridges the gap between where we are and where we want to go. Where we are and where we want to go. So this is the first position, and where should we reach, the last point, which is considered as goal. Yes, and it makes possible things to occur which would not otherwise occur. So this is the definitions of Kuhns and O'Donnell. And the next one, Henry Fayol, one of the important management thinkers. In the previous session, we have discussed with the important principles of management. Yes, Henry Fayol, that planning is deciding the best alternative among the others to perform different managerial operations in order to achieve the predetermined goal. If we want to achieve the predetermined goal, we have to go with a certain plans. Yes, that is considered as planning. We have to manage with a certain ideas. That idea which belongs to certain objectives, certain policies, certain circumstances. So those are all considered as planning. How you have to reach the goal. The planning which belongs to that utilizations of all the resources and all the circumstances in a proper manner. So this is the definitions of planning. Let us discuss about what are the different process of planning, or what are the different steps in planning. Yes, there are so many steps. First one is establishment of objectives of planning. Objective is one of the important steps in formulations of planning. Without objectives, without visions, there is not an organization. That objectives play a very important role for organizing, and also it's one of the important functions of management. Yes, the planning, it start with the setting up of goals and different objectives, and that objectives which tells about the focus of managers on the end result which to be achieved. Yes, that is objectives important process of planning. And next one, that planning premises, establishment of planning premises. Planning premises, which is considered as shape of events in future, which provides certainty to that plannings. That planning premises, or which concerned about what is the real cause or what is the real matter, tends to deviations of actual plannings. What's the real causes for deviation of that plans? Yes, there are two important types of premises. So one is internal, another one external. Internal premises and another one external premises. Internal premises which belongs to internal circumstances. For example, capital investment policy, and then what is the relationship between that management and laborers. So that considers that internal premises. And second one, external premises, which belongs to that socio-economic conditions changes, and then social political changes. Yes, which is not exactly related to that internal premises. Okay, and of course that internal premises, it can be controllable, and external premises, it cannot be controllable, because it is a out matter of that premises. Yes, that establishment of planning premises. And the next one, choice of alternative courses of action. After determinations of planning premises, then we have to choose the courses of actions. Which courses is better to achieve the goal? And here there are number of alternative courses of action to be considered, and then we have to choose which is better. For example, plan A, plan B and plan C will be ready, and which is better, that we have to consider, and that we have to choose, alternative choice. If it is not able to reach the plan A, then we can go with the plan B or plan C. Before trying to reach, we have to decide which is better. Choices of courses of action by alternatively. Yes, that is considered as alternative courses of action. After alternative choices of courses of action, then we have to evaluate that choices. Yes, evaluating, which means, so which should be considered merits and demerits. What we have choice in the best choice among the different choices of courses of action, that we have to evaluate here. That is considered as evaluating alternative courses. And next one, formulations of derivative plans. That derivative plans which tells about sub-plans. Sub-plans or secondary plans which helps to reach the primary plans. Okay, so that sub-plans or secondary plans which follows the basic plan and which helps to achieve the basic plans, that is coming under the derivative plans. Yes, if it is not possible to reach plan A directly, we can go with the secondary plan to reach easily, which helps to achieve the plan A or that primary plans with the help of sub-plans. This is considered as derivative plans. And the next one, securing cooperation and selecting the alternatives. Securing the cooperation, which means subordinate feel free to motivate themselves and involve in the decision making process, and that organization may get good decisions, good directions to reach or achieve the goals. So that is coming under the securing the cooperation among the subordinates, cooperation among the different management people. And next one, selecting an alternatives. Selecting an alternative, which means, so this is the process of decision making. Yes, here you should choose a perfect decisions. You should get perfect decision which concerned about very list negatives, list demerits, and which including highest merits and feasible and very less cost of productions. So those are all should be considered in the selecting the alternatives. And next one, that implementing the plan, which tells about how will bring the plan into action. Yes, that implementing the plan, which means, yes, after you are going to plan, then it converted as a action. That is considered as a implementing the plan. And the last one is follow-up or appraisal of plan. That's very required to know about appraisals of effectiveness and should ready to receive the feedback from the concerning persons. That is coming under the follow-up or appraisal of plans. Yes, these are all different steps or process of plannings. Next, going to that, purpose of planning. What is the real purpose which we have to taking into account as a plan in our work? Yes, the first one, it helps to facilitate the accomplishment of objectives. That formulations of objectives one of the main process of planning. Yes, it helps to accomplishment of objectives. Objectives is a main view and objectives which concern about how to plan will be achieved. That is coming under the process of planning, and that is why we have to adopt the certain plan to reach the goal. And of course, it helps to accomplishment of objectives. And it try to evaluate the objectives of different departments which belongs to that whole managements. Yes, and second one, ensures economy in operations. Ensures in operations which concerned with the less cost of production, how to connect it with the less cost of production, and also which concerned about moving according to the business nature or moving according to the nature of business. Yes, that is coming under the economy in operations. And next one, precedes control. Precedes control, which belongs to that before control the exist, we have to control over the business. Yes, if it is uncontrollable, we can't control the particular situations, we can't manage with those are all the situations. Yes, before out of control, we have to control the business. That is coming under the precedes control. And the next one is provide for future contingency. That future contingency which tells about emergency backup plans. emergency backup plans. If it is not possible to reach the particular plans what we have determined before, yes, we can go with the another one. That emergency we can change with that plans. That is coming under the future contingency. This is also one of the important purpose in planning in a different manners. And the next one, yes, it facilitate optimum utilizations of resources. One of the important purpose, yes, that if it is not in a proper planning, that it occurs in a wasteful of resources. If it is with the proper planning, how to use the resources with the efficiently or with effectively, then automatically we can reach the goal with a well manner. That is why the planning is must required for reach the goal, to achieve the goal. Yes, that it helps to or it facilitate optimum utilizations of resources with less cost, less waste, feasible. Yes, that is considered as a optimal utilizations of resources. Because of always we are connected with the lack of resources and more requirements. That is why that planning is very important to maintain the lack of resources, and it is possible only with the optimum utilizations of resources. And the next one, prerequisites for other managerial functions. That prerequisites for other managerial function which concern with that planning is a primary function, and organization, staffing, coordinating, cooperation, all other functions which followed by proper planning only. All other function performed with a well manner with the help of plannings. Without planning, we can't organize the persons or we can organize the works, and without planning, we can't organize the staffing, or that there is no a proper coordination among the staffing. So that is why planning is very important, which is considered as requisites for other managerial function. And the next one, all pervasive functions. All pervasive function which including that wide scope, that planning which required for top level management to lower level management also. We have discussed already there are three important levels of management. Top level functions is different, middle level function is different, and lower level function is different, and each and every levels functions which requires proper planning. That is why it is considered as pervasive. And the next one, coordinates the activities. Of course, planning which helps to coordinate the different activities. First what we have to do, next what we have to do, which other works which followed by first and second and third one. So which helps to coordinate the activities in a well manner, which helps to reach the goal. And of course, it is also which helps to save the time and save the resources and save the cost also. That is why it is considered as coordinate the activities. And then last one, provides for the delegations of authorities. Yes, delegations of authority to subordinates, which helps to reduce the risk to that subordinates. Yes, these are all different purpose of plannings. And next we are going to discuss about importance of planning. What are the importance of planning, or what are different benefits of planning? Just I have listed very few important benefits here, and of course here also you can list out more importance of planning, because that planning, without a proper planning there is no perfect management. Planning which requires for a proper management system. First one, which provides the direction for that goals, how to achieve, and what are the different goals should be set up. That is coming under the provides direction. And yes, of course, it reduces the risk of uncertainties. If there is a proper planning, that risk of uncertainty is very less, because that future always with the uncertainties. We can't predict about the future. We can plan, but we can't get the guarantee about the future. But the planning which helps to reduce the risk. And also we have discussed the courses of action, choices of courses of action, then selective choices of courses of action, alternative choices of courses of action, and also we have discussed that evaluating the plans which helps to reduce the risk of uncertainties in the management function. Yes, next one, it reduces the overlapping and wasteful activities. This is very important, which is considered as optimal utilizations of resources. Optimal utilizations of resources. Next one, it promotes the innovative ideas. The planning which requires different ideas, that planning will not get end till to reach the goal. Because of new idea, new technology which brings the new plans to reach the goal as soon as with a less cost or with a less utilizations of resources, which has brought the very new ideas or innovative things. And the next one, which helps in coordinations. Yes, that coordinations among the subordinates, among the management persons, which can create the best environment among themselves. And planning, which helps to proper allocations of resources, which helps to reduce the risk, which helps to face the uncertainties, and which helps to minimize the impulsion and arbitrary decisions. So these are all the different importance of plannings. Without proper planning, it is not possible to reach the goal to any management. Dear students, today we have discussed these are all important factors which belongs to chapter planning. In the next session, we are going to discuss about what are the different types of plannings and specific types of planning and decision making concept. Dear students, I am coming to the end of this session. In this session, we have discussed planning, meaning, definitions, importance, process and purpose of planning. I hope you have understand the concept. Dear students, thank you. Keep watching. Read well. Thank you once again.